Well, what he doesn't need is to get cuts. Let's get some introductions. Here's Mark Burdis.
Frank Warren for Queensbury Promotions, and our sponsors Coral and Raynham Steel are proud to present our next bout this evening. It's a 10 3-minute international middleweight contest. Firstly, fighting out of the red corner with a record of 17 wins, 27 losses, 2 draws with 3 KOs to his name. At yesterday's weigh-in, he scaled 12 stone, 3 pounds, 5 ounces, and tonight he wears the green and white shorts. Please welcome from France, Yoann Bloyer. And across the ring in the blue corner stands a current Commonwealth and WBO international champion and the WBO #1 middleweight contender with an unbeaten record of 21 wins with 11 KOs to his name. At yesterday's weigh-in, he scaled 12 stone, 5 pounds, 5 ounces, and tonight he wears the white shorts. Ladies and gentlemen, from Hatfield, England, Billy Joe Saunders!
Great reception.
Your referee in charge of the actions, Mr. Bob Williams of Watford. He will now give his final instructions to both boxers.
Okay, lads, obey my commands. In the event of a knockdown, the fighter standing will go to the furthest neutral corner and stay there. Defend yourself at all times. Touch gloves, boys.
Ladies and gentlemen, 10 3-minute rounds.
Yoann Bloyer, a veteran of 46 pro contests, comes from Montois de Bretagne in France. Now 32 years old, 7 years older than Billy Joe. And, well, this is all about just shaking off a few cobwebs for Saunders. And hopefully, from his point of view, not picking up any sort of nick or injury around the face, which could potentially jeopardise that big payday. And for him, he hopes, going to be the moment he takes the world title. I'm sure Andy Lee will have very different ideas, sitting just a few yards away from where I am, so I'll not labour that point.
I think with Saunders, I don't think he wants an early blowout. I think 4 or 5 rounds will be perfect for him if he can do that.
John Ryder put him away in a couple of rounds back in 2013 when Ryder was in preparation for his shot against Billy Joe. Bloyer, he's come out swinging. Lovely hand speed from Saunders.
And fast feet as well, wasn't he? To get in and out of position.
Last 4 fights, Billy Joe Saunders has beaten fighters who at the time had undefeated records. Gary O'Sullivan, John Ryder, Emmanuel Blandamura, and of course Eubank Jr.
71-0, their combined records, John.
Is that right?
Yep. He did it yesterday on the boxing hour. And that's why you got to be careful, because he's boxed at such a high level. Recently, that he doesn't. Again, we said with Louis Petit, don't switch off just because you know you're so much better than your opponent. You still got to put on a bit of a show. Still got to be switched on. It's what you mentioned, John. No silly mistakes like silly head clashes, getting cut and jeopardising your world title challenge.
Bloyer almost swinging himself off his feet with that attempted left-hand counter.
Well, he's so much slower than Saunders. That's his only hope, isn't it? To try and get a counter after Saunders unloads his punches. Just a swing along southpaw right hook.
Saunders very cute with his defence as well. If you watch when Bloyer attempts to load up, a lot of these shots either taken on arms or on gloves. Well, 3 minutes out of the way, and 3 minutes won by Billy Joe Saunders, who will now hear a few words from Jimmy Tibbs.
Nice combination. New job there. Behind that jab, nice combination, head and body. And make sure you're fast, be first. Right?
Yeah.
Better look now, ain't you?
Yeah.
Let's go to work. Come on, so we get this job done.
Take one more round.
Whenever you're ready, little volley, innit?
Yeah.
I want the crowd to start doing.
No, I want. I'll make him in.
Right?
You hear that one, Barry? Don't want to don't want a crowd to start booing. They want him to look good.
Seconds out, round 2.
I don't think it's going to go that far. They're going to start booing, but I understand that you've got to put on a bit of show without taking too many risks. It's trying to get that happy medium, I guess. But he can win this fight any way he wants to, I believe.
Jimmy Tibbs has been in the boxing business an awful long time now, and he knows as well as anybody how it works. Bloyer comes into this fight on the back of a win against Stanislav Sakic, but he'd lost 7 on the spin before that.
So easy, isn't it, for Saunders to make him miss? Barely makes an effort just to evade the punches.
Saunders just clipped by a right hand there.
Just switching off a little bit in range. He showed tremendous hand speed, landed his nice 2 different phases of flashy combinations, but then just stood his ground and took a little hook.
Andy Lee on the VIP seats just behind us, sitting alongside Jim Rosenthal and watching every single moment of this, studying intently.
I don't think there's going to be anything he could take from this, to be honest. I don't think any mistakes that Saunders will make in this fight, I'm sure he wouldn't make him against Andy Lee. He'll have too much respect and be too cautious.
Bloyer sees through another round. One-way traffic, but there was that one right hand which just made him blink.
Yeah, I just think Saunders just switched off, because nothing's come back.
That one.
Made him miss with everything else after that, though, Saunders. Bloyer just a little bit wild, hitting with the fingers as well at times.
Now let's go out there and behind that jab. Put the extra shot in, Joe, yeah? A couple of extra shots now, you've got to get him going.
Yeah.
Just watch his swings, yeah? Joe, you up, boy?
Yeah, very good.
Let's go to work now. Well, mate, nice and control. Right?
Yep.
Let people get bored.
Seconds out, round 3.
Third round of this 10-rounder. And Billy Joe Saunders firmly in control against his French opponent. Bloyer himself fighting out of a southpaw stance. And catches Saunders with a left hand.
Good shot as well, he caught Saunders with there.
Saunders felt it.
Just switching off at times. It's got it's been so easy for Saunders. I think just every now and again just switches off, forgets actually he's in with an opponent, almost like it's been almost like bag work for him at times. Hitting the target so easy. He's still got to be careful. Everyone's dangerous in the ring.
Head's coming close. That's better.
Yeah, good shot.
And it's the left hand that did the damage. Caught him somewhere around the temple.
6, 7.
I think. And Saunders now is moving in and looking to finish this one right here, I think. Well, the gum shield has come out one way or another, which means that Bloyer gets a few more seconds.
Complaining about his throat there, Bloyer.
Well, maybe he feels as though he's hit on the neck. I don't know. It need a replay to see exactly where that punch went.
Yeah, it looked like an overhand left on the top of the head, didn't it?
Yeah, my first
thought
was that it caught him on the temple somewhere, but maybe not. Greater urgency in Saunders' work now. Having been clipped a couple of times earlier in this round, let us remember. There's another left hand to the side of the head of Bloyer. I'm not sure the Frenchman has got a huge amount left, wanting to hold on and gain a few seconds.
Step back. Step back. Box on.
Just to whip a body shot around the body now. Big long left hook.
Bloyer continues to swing optimistically. Oh, good shot. Great shot, the left hand. Brought the uppercut up right onto the jaw. And if he didn't have a problem with his neck before, he probably does do now. Bravely gets to his feet. Bob Williams having a good look at him and allowing it to continue. Saved by the bell, I think a large proportion of the crowd might think.
Yeah, just unlucky for Saunders there, and lucky for Bloyer. It was at the end of the round. Lovely uppercut.
Well, let's take a look again at the knockdowns. He'd been clipped a couple of times, Saunders.
Yeah, that was definitely on the chin, and I think the second shot maybe just caught him on the bottom of the chin or maybe in the neck, but the first shot was on top of the head. But that one there you go, just underneath the chin.
Yeah. He caught him on the temple. I thought that was the one that did the damage, and then he followed up with that.
And again, that's a second knockdown.
Oh, that's a second, yeah.
That's a lovely shot. He done well to get up from there, to be fair, Bloyer. He didn't see that. Didn't see that coming at all. Panicked. That's what happened there. He's hurt, but he panicked.
Well, they're going to, despite being down twice in the third, onwards we go to round 4. Billy Joe Saunders in this warm-up fight for his world middleweight title fight is doing what he needs to right now. Lovely hand speed.
Oh, he's as pure a boxer as you find, to be honest. Saunders really is. The problem he's got, he's always going to have, is at the world level, is the punch power. I think he's a correct puncher, but not a real KO artist.
I think that will be it. That was right on the nose. Eyes watering. Somehow he gets the bravery to get back up again, but the referee this time says no, and I think that's the right decision.
Yeah,
I was a wee bit surprised that the corner allowed him to come out for that 4th round, but brave guy, took his licks. Great shot down the middle, right on the nose from Billy Joe Saunders, and he gets the win that he needed.
Yeah, it was what it was. You know, it was always going to be, never going to be a real testing fight for Billy Joe. But it was nice to get the cobwebs off. You know, he looked good. He showed still good hand speed. Obviously boxing overweight, but still looked like a good hand speed. You know, good defensive moves. Got clipped a few times when he switched off. But all in all, it was a good night's work from him, and a good finish as well. Good accurate punches to finish a guy off.
Yeah, nice work. And the left hand through the middle. Oh, down he went there.
The fight was already out of him by this point. I think the round before, as you said, maybe should have been saved on his stool, but he came out.
Can't blame the referee for that. I think the corner could have pulled him out.
Yeah, he was hurt in the first 2 knockdowns in the previous round. They were the ones that did the damage, I think, and more than being seriously hurt, he was tired by that point.
Billy Joe did what was needed. Win number 22. Next stop, September the 19th in Limerick. The Frenchman a little bit slow to get back into the middle, so let's just cut the waiting short a little bit and go straight now to Mark Burtis.
Ladies and gentlemen, at 53 seconds of the 4th round, your referee has stopped the contest. He deemed that Yoann Bloyer was in no position to continue. The winner in the blue corner from Hatfield, Billy Joe Saunders.
His fans love it here. There'll be thousands of them in Ireland. That's the next stop.
Big away fixture awaits Billy Joe Saunders in Limerick at Thomond Park, and he's got the mic.
You know, a good game opponent, but the big one I want is the world title against Andy Lee in Limerick. I would love for all your fans to come and get bright me, to see me lift it, not only for me, but for our country as well. God bless you.
Okay, Andy, well, it's fair to say that Billy Joe will not be a no-show on September the 19th. He's keen and he's up for it. We're going to talk to him in just a second. Just give us your overall impression of what you saw in there.
I thought it was a very good exhibition by him. He showed his skills, he showed his speed, and he looked good. And really, he was in a no-win situation almost. Had this guy gone the distance, people would have been questioning him. And had he blew him out in a round, people would have said, well, that's what he was expected to do. So he's put on a good show, and we have a fight.
Absolutely right. I think it was the 2nd knockdown, wasn't it? You actually applauded that one alongside me, the 2nd knockdown. You were particularly impressed with that one.
Well, I was a bit well, at one stage when the heads came together, I was getting worried, but it was very good. He picked his shots, and he did what he had to do. He did what he was supposed to do, and he got some nice rounds in. So, as I said, it's a smart move by him and his team, and now we'll see each other in September.
Listen, Billy Joe's all set to speak to us. We'll talk to Steve Lillis in just a moment. Let's have a word with Billy Joe first.
Billy Joe can wipe away the sweat. Andy breathes a sigh of relief. Boxing fans are licking their lips about September the 19th. What was the mindset coming in tonight?
Listen, we all know I'm not in there with no Sugar Ray Leonard. You know, I respect everybody who gets in the ring. You know, he was there to give me a run out, and he come out, he had a go. And, you know, it's a bit hard at times because from round 1, I come back and told Jimmy, I said, look, I can get the job done next, but I want to go another round or so. Just to warm into it. I've been out 8 months, so I feel I needed 4. Well, I only got 4, 3 or 4 was it? 4? 4 in, but you know, I think that'll do. Just brush a little bit of ring rust off what I had, you know. But I'll be a lot sharper and a different animal come the 19th of September.
What happens between now and then?
You know, I have this weekend off, back in the gym Monday, no rest. I might be back in tomorrow, do a little workout or so. But you know, we'll be out to the MGM Marbella. Just got in contact with the manager over there, Daniel, and that we'll be going out there next week, and that's when you know, all the serious hard work, blood, sweat and tears will start.
When we saw you against Eubank just before Christmas, you probably looked in the best shape I think you've been in your career. Can you get yourself into that sort of shape again?
Well, last time when I went into Eubank, I was getting messed about with all the way until 6.5 weeks before the fight. You know, was he turning up? Then I was training for 6 weeks out in Marbella, thinking, am I training for nothing? Because everyone thought he wasn't going to turn up. But this time, I'm going in fighting fit in camp. It's going to be a completely different ball game. Andy Lee's a good champion. very good fighter, but I'm there to do one thing: smash him up and take his world title off him in his backyard, and I would do it.
He said tonight the difference between you will be power. I think he said in print that he'll get the fight finished inside 5 rounds. Your reaction to that?
Well, I think the reaction to that, if he said that, he's talking length, but I won't say the rest because we're on live TV. But I can guarantee one thing: a good smart boxer will always beat a brawler, and I think Andy's got it in his head a little bit too much about the big punch. He won't be landing no big punch on me or getting lucky, definitely.
And can you imagine 30,000 fans of all communities there in Ireland at Thomond Park on September 19th?
Yeah, I mean, me and Andy's from the travelling community. You know, listen, he's a good fighter, Andy, a good champion, done it the hard way, got a lot of respect for him. But I'm going in there knowing and believing I'm beating him, and you know, all our community is going to be bright this fight, and I'm sure the general public in itself is going to be a big seller as well.
Can't wait to see it on Box Nation. We look forward to it.
Thank you. I can't wait to give it to you as well.
Well done, Billy Joe, and well done, Alex, down there.